I love the dives into things that aren't juice but make you better. Well, I'm not sure if it makes you better, but it does give you energy. And having energy all day makes you productive. And then at the end of the day, when you're done being productive, you still have energy to go to the gym and bang the missus. I mean, what more do you want, bro? What more do you want? You want to be a sleepy bodybuilder being annoyed all the time, or having all the energy for everything that you need to do that day and making boatloads of cash and still giving it to the missus? Orgasms aplenty. I'll take the latter, bro. So we're only going to answer questions related to MOTS-c. This one I already answered. Let's see. This one was also not related to MOTS-c. I started MOTS-c. So Elliot Rick, let me highlight that. Elliot Rich says, I started MOTS-c 1 milligram per day and methylene blue. Oh, my bad. 10 milligrams per day this past week. Energy has been next level. My sleep has improved and fasted cardio has never been better. There you go. Happy customer. If you don't mind me asking, where do you get it from? Okay, yeah, so that's what the Vigorous Steve website is for. Let's see. Is this one related? It is not, but he's very happy with the content, so that's good to see. The Jer Bear, honestly, that's a mouthful. That's exactly what she said, not me, but to somebody. Oh, that's too bad. It should be said to you. It's a lot of non-MOTS-c related comments. Let me see. Okay, a lot of people happy. Thanks for all the breakdowns. I've been waiting for this. Been thinking of trying it. So CRISPR, let us know after watching the entire deep dive if you wanted to use MOTS-c or you didn't want to use MOTS-c because of the cardiac hypertrophy and the risk for getting adverse reactions at the injection site, or developing full-blown anaphylactic shock, right? I give the good and the bad, and then it's up to you guys to kind of decide if you want to give it a try or not. For me, the risks outweigh the benefits, or the benefits outweigh the risks. But yeah, sometimes the side irritation does get to you. So let's see. Adam Horn says, well, I've been watching a lot of Steve's video lately. I wanted to do a search on what all he said about MOTS-c. Can't believe this dropped an hour ago. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I dropped deep dives exactly at the right time. Tiger Fan, what's up, bro? Been waiting for this one. Golds. Let's see. Libre Kant. MOTS-c 10 milligrams every other day and 10 milligrams cardarine had me hiking volcanoes and deep sea snorkel holds for 1+ minutes. That's not too long. Watch the ITTP deep dive. You can hold those snorkel and your deep breath for 2 to 3 minutes. No problem. 1 minute on my last trip to Thailand in January. Maybe it's talking about something else. Maybe he's talking about motorboating instead of snorkeling. You never know, right? Absolute game changer for cardio and endurance when you're chasing adventures. Yeah, and in Thailand, there's a lot of adventures to chase. So look into the stack of MOTS-c and cardarine for fat loss and apparently snorkel holds. Let's see. Proto Dog. Sounds like you saved me. I was just about to take 10 milligrams of this stuff tomorrow in one dose because I thought it would go bad if I didn't. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, so a lot of and I fell for this as well, like even the compounding pharmacy here in Thailand that I work with, Gen Oracle True Healthcare, which is linked down below, they mentioned to me, and I read this online as well, as soon as you reconstitute the MOTS-c, you need to inject it. And this is how you get an adverse reaction or full-blown anaphylactic shock. It's absolutely a terrible idea to reconstitute 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams, and then basically you inject the bacteriostatic water, you flip it upside down, you wait for everything to dissolve, you draw everything in, and then you inject that intramuscular or sub-Q, and then you're on the floor begging that you never did it. It's even worse than train cough, in my opinion. So I would just let it sit, put it back in the fridge, wait 5 minutes or something, then inject 1 milligram, not 5, not 10. I've been there, don't do it. It's way too much. And then you get a nice surge of energy that lasts for about 30 minutes. And then the rest of the day, you feel fully charged as well, especially when you start stacking that with methylene blue and SLU PP332. So we're talking about low and effective dosages here that don't give you side effects and that work synergistically with compounds that are also mitochondrial upregulators and mitochondrial optimizers. And then you get the synergistic effects, so a little bit of methylene blue that doesn't give you side effects, a little bit of MOTS-c that doesn't give you side effects, and a very low dose of SLU PP332 that doesn't even come close to the animal models, where the animals, if you convert that to the human equivalent dose, take multiple milligrams, but we're taking multiple micrograms. So that's literally 1,000th of the dose. So these dosage ranges, all you get is benefits, and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg because MOTS-c and SLU-PP332 is kind of expensive. And Methylene Blue, well, that's basically free compared to everything else. Low and effective dosages so you don't get the side effects, and that's exactly what I wanted to translate to you guys, because I went through this roller coaster more than enough with MOTS-c and other compounds, where you listen to the scientific evidence or other people in the fitness community, and then you're on the floor with all kinds of side effects. So don't do it. And you can always increase, right? It's not the end of the world if you don't get so many effects, and then you increase the dose to 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams later on. And then it's up to you if you're willing to suffer the side effects from MOTS-c or not. Gizzard says, another banger, learn so much for free. Enjoy Bali. All you have to do is leave a like and a comment, and then it's highly appreciated. This one. Steve, I'm 34 years old, and I used to get nightmares with that total recall scene as a kid. Yeah, and it's not the worst. That's not the worst part that I overlaid, right? There's an even worse part where, what is it called? What's the villain called? Not Quaid. Quaid was one of the aliens, right? Or the mutants. Richter. Was it Richter? Or is that another Arnold movie? I think it's Richter. Guys, chat, let's go back. It's Richter, right? Anyway, so Richter was going to Mars as well, and then he fell on the surface without oxygen, and then his face literally exploded. But since Arnold and the girl that he was with, forgot her name, he came to the surface a little bit later on, they was able to get the oxygen, and then their face didn't contort as much. So nightmare fuel for sure. All right, let's see. Underscore by BPC-157 and MOTS-c have both impressed me with results way more than any other. Yeah, and like with BPC-157, there's one human study, and with MOTS-c, there were no human studies. But there's human studies which show that MOTS-c levels increase after vigorous strenuous exercise. So if you want your MOTS-c for free, then all you have to do is go to the gym and train freaking hard, which is what most guys do, right? Right? And BPC-157 was a retrospective study. And yes, I have a deep dive on BPC-157 as well. Let's see. Trade Mon. I just bought 2 vials this week. Your timing is the best. I pinned 5 milligrams sub-Q today. Had itchy red patch for about an hour, and I went to the gym. I felt hypo, even though I had plenty of carbs free. Yeah, so that's what some people report as well, that MOTS-c really helps with nutrient partitioning. Of course, the red patch is kind of brutal, but that usually goes away. And some people go hypo. Now, I never experienced hypoglycemia on MOTS-c. That's why I didn't really include it in the deep dive, because if I did not experience a certain side effect and I don't really read about it often, then I just overlook that and forgo it for the deep dives. But yes, I've heard people say that MOTS-c will make them hypoglycemic due to the nutrient partitioning, right? You're partitioning all of these nutrients for the mitochondria so they can produce ATP with it. But if they produce so much ATP from this nutrient partitioning, then you're literally taking the glucose out of the bloodstream. ATP levels go up, which provides you energy, but then there's not enough glucose in the bloodstream to keep your blood glucose levels in range, preventing hypoglycemia, obviously. So that can occur, and I think if you lower the dose to 1 milligram sub-Q multiple times per week, then you should not get that side effect. Let's see, thinking about adding it to my TRT Rector and SLU stack. Taikimo, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Let us know a couple of weeks from now how that stack is working for you. Let's see. MOTS-c is one of those few peptides that unquestionably works. Take that, John Jewett. I like John. I left a long comment on his mitochondrial upregulation stack that he is questioned that there's not so much scientific evidence. And that's very true. Like MOTS-c doesn't have any human scientific evidence. SLU, only animal models. And then Methylene Blue has got so much human scientific evidence, but to be fair, it's all high-dose short-term studies, not low-dose long-term studies. So to a certain point, he was correct. But even though there's not so much scientific evidence to support it, the community is really in favor of this Dr. Dean stack of Methylene Blue, MOTS-c, and SLU-PP332. I have deep dives on all three now. And it's a game-changing combo, as you can see from handle E1J. MOTS-c is one of the few peptides that questionably works. Energy all day, even on reduced calories. Got a little itching at the injection site, but no real problems. 3 milligrams dosage. Another happy customer. Let's see. I love the dives into things that aren't juice, but make you better. Well, I'm not sure if it makes you better, but it does give you energy. And having energy all day makes you productive. And then at the end of the day, when you're done being productive, you still have energy to go to the gym and bang the missus. I mean, what more do you want, bro? What more do you want? You want to be a sleepy bodybuilder being annoyed all the time, or having all the energy for everything that you need to do that day and making boatloads of gas and still giving it to the missus? Orgasms aplenty. I'll take the latter, bro. Let's see. Just order mine. Methylene Blue and SLU has been a game changer by itself. Now add in the MOTS-c and then, yeah, you know exactly what me and Dr. Dean are raving about. Let's see. There's a lot of discussion here. Rave a lot. Sir, rave a lot. I take 1 milligram MOTS-c daily in the morning for 75 days so far with SLU PP332 injections. Thanks, Steve. Well, if he's been doing it for 75 days, I guess he's not disappointed.